Uh, okay. Um, I was not going to make this video because I have been feeling like complete shit this whole week. Um, if you've seen some of my previous skits on this channel so far, I've obviously made fun of the fact that I suffer from chronic illness. Don't know what yet, but not important right now. But I've been dealing with some very bad brain fog these last few days. Um, so my memory is a little strained on some things, specifically my recall memory. But anyway, um, and not only that, um, for the past few days, I've actually been working on another skit for this channel. Um, and for any of you who are subscribed to my channel, the 27 of you that are, don't get your hopes up with anything like that. I assure you, um, it'll be just as shitty quality and terrible acting as all my other skits have been so far. But anyway, I I wasn't gonna make this video. But I wanted to also combine with all that with the brain fog. I'm very tired right now. It's very late at night. It's 1:28 in the morning. And okay, how do I start this? So there are some, in my opinion, at least, very stupidly named things. Let's just label them as things in politics. It can be a party, ideology, I guess, and ideology, also philosophy as well, and just very, very either just dumb or weirdly named things, in my opinion. I know that might seem judgmental, and I'm sorry to anyone who what I'm about to talk about. I'm sorry if anyone identifies as this, but I it's just I find it ridiculous. Like, nothing against you. I don't know you as a person, anything like that. But in terms of the name, you know what? Okay, let me get on with what I'm trying to say here. So, in my geopolitics class today, we were given an assignment, final assignment of the unit, to research 10 countries of our choice, and just find out any sort of political issues going on in the countries, no matter what they are. It could be unique to that country alone, or it could affect other countries around it. Just find out what it is, and we do we write an assignment on it. Basically, I'm not going to get into the whole details of it, but find 10 countries, see any sort of political issues going on with them, whether it's social, economical, governmental, anything, basically, in terms of politics. And while I was trying to find countries to do, I ended up looking at political issues in the small European country of Liechtenstein. And as I was doing that, I came across some of the political parties that are in the Liechtensteinian government parliament, basically. And as I was going through some lists of them, there was one that caught my attention. And after rereading it, I had misread some of it before. When I originally read it, I misread one of the titles of it. But then I went back and looked at it. Oh, my screen's going dark on the computer. I went back and looked at it, and the thing that caught my attention is one, its ideology or its core political belief, and two, its other name. Its name that it goes by in the country by many people as well. And granted, I just found out about this political ideology. Okay, I shouldn't be doing quotes, but the name of it is really what irks me. I just found out about this. Okay, I'm not trying to say that this ideology doesn't exist. It kind of does, but the name is a thinly veiled version of something else. Let me get into that. So I found this party in Liechtenstein, and I'm sorry if I'm rambling. Again, I'm tired. I tend to do this when I'm not like trying for some of these things. So found this party, and so it's called the Liechtensteinian Patriotic Union Party. But it also goes by another name. And they're labeled as, here, I'll show you now, labeled as their belief, or what they stand for in terms of ideology-wise. And let's hope you can see it right here. If I'm pointing it correctly, they label themselves as a liberal conservative party. So, and they also go by the name the Liechtensteinian Liberal Conservative Party. So, as I was sitting there in class, just reading that, I thought to myself, and I didn't just read the one thing, and also that was Wikipedia, and fucking Wikipedia is not a reliable source, but I looked at some other sources that were more reliable, just to verify the name. And I'm reading these, like the name, just over and over in my head, and I'm thinking, liberal conservative. What in the ever-loving fuck does that mean? So, after school, I went away from that, and I decided to just look up the party a bit itself. I'm not going to so much somewhat stew on their ideology, but oh shit, I almost dropped my phone. I went on to do a bit more research on the party itself, and then, because again, this is what piqued my interest the most, I decided to look up what they mean by liberal conservative. So I just heard this. And so, this is what I came across, and hold on, I'll just cut to it in a sec. Okay, so, cut to this. I decided to look it up. What exactly the definition of this belief is. Well, yes, I was curious about the belief, but more so the terminology. So, apparently, it's a title that people have, call themselves liberal conservative. So, liberal conservatism is this, right here. States a political ideology. Again, I know it's Wikipedia. I could find another definition, but I've checked the others. Is this one? Oh, what did I do? What did I do? Calibrate. Whatever. Okay. So I looked at other definitions of it, just other sources to clear up the definition. God damn. There we go. And so let me just read you verbatim what this one says here. Let's hope you can see it. So, liberal conservatism is a political ideology combining conservative policies with liberal stances, especially on economic issues, but also on social matters, representing a brand of political conservatism strongly influenced by liberalism. So, I've looked into this more, and the belief itself, again, Not trying to shame anyone who identifies as this, though I don't know, I don't get why you would, but the belief itself seems to be more of a, it's a bit iffy, somewhat of a centrist view, maybe a bit more towards conservatism. And then also I'm seeing right here at the bottom of suggested things, there's something apparently called, might be the same thing, conservative liberalism. Hold on, let me actually just check that. Now I'm curious again. Okay, I just checked that definition of conservative liberalism, and basically, okay, mumbo jumbo aside, it seems to be the exact same thing. I looked at a few other definitions and also just sources talking about it, what it is, basically. They're both the fucking same thing, it seems like. Just, they swap the words, because I guess to some other people it's appealing that way. But anyway. It all seems to be more of a centrist, either more of a centrist view that's more towards conservatism, like more towards, I guess I'll say the right, like the right wing of the political spectrum. I hesitate to use that though, because I mean, I guess you could technically be, conservatism really just means more tradition. You're for past stuff that's been in place for a long time. And okay, here's where I'm working. Even though it is the ideology is just a thinly veiled centrist ism, is it ism? Centrism, maybe a bit more on conservative side. My issue, like I've said repeated times, because again, sorry, I'm tired, and brain fog, and I do sometimes go on about stuff like this, like repeat stuff. The main issue I have, the name, because I don't know why I'd have to explain this to people, I guess, or explain just why the title of this, the name of this ideology. Okay, let me explain something in simplest terms. Liberalism and conservatism are two completely different things in terms of ideology. The very definition of them, like the terminology itself, they contradict each other. They're the complete opposite of one another. I see this. I've seen like other versions of like this title, basically. Like one in my own country, the Progressive Conservative Party of Canada. Like, it's a contradicting name. It's just, you can't be progressive and conservative. Okay, well, in terms of the terminology, like how it's labeled, you can't be. Obviously, again, there's centrists, or moderates, but the term liberal, and that's not saying I'm liberal, I mean, I identify as libertarian, and also fucking communist, but, and again, that doesn't mean I agree with all these labels, of course. It doesn't mean that you agree with absolutely every single thing that the ideology stands for, or it's just, if you choose to label yourself as that, it just means you overall agree with something of an ideology. And I'll get more into that in another fucking video if I do more things like this. This is going way longer than I intended it to. But just fucking, I don't get this why people. It's such a. Okay, whoever created this ideology, like this form of it, it's definitely. And going back to like the patriotic Union of Liechtenstein or whatever, that party is definitely more towards conservatism. It is, and it's just with something like this, I can't help, and it's the same thing with the Progressive Conservative Canadian Party. I can't help but feel it's a thinly veiled like way to try to just to desperately try to get younger people or people who might be just more like on the moderate side or center or people who just really aren't into just don't really pay much attention to politics in general. Like it feels like a way to just so desperately try and get them on your side. Like, do you know what I mean? Oh, okay. For anyone who I guess doesn't identify with this title, do you know what I mean? It just, and I'm not trying to swing it one way. Again, I've said this. I'm not trying to slander anyone who identifies as this. If you do, fine, go right ahead. You should have all the right to do that. Go right ahead. But I just don't. It just feels like such a desperate way to try and get more people of, I guess, more who are, I guess, either centrist or don't care much about politics, who do have more like left leaning views, I guess, to try and come over to conservatism. Because it just, if you're a conservative, like from what this sounds, it does sound more towards conservatism. If you're a conservative, just call yourself a freaking conservative. I don't know why. Just grammatically, and terminology wise, it's correct. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, it's so okay with names like this. It's like say if there's a political party that's based more around like an eco-political ideology, like based more around that, I'm not gonna give an example. Fuck it, there's too many. Let's like say a political party calling themselves the Socialist Capitalist Party or the Communist Capitalist Party or something like that, or fucking the what's another example? The Fascist Feudalist Party or something, or it's like it's like a fucking a civil rights group titling themselves the oppressive freedom fighters. I don't know. Fucking I I don't get it. I don't get it. It baffles me. It baffles me how it's dumb. I don't know why. It's such a dumb title. And I've researched this. I'm not conservative. I don't agree with a lot of conservative views. Again, if people have like obviously reasonable assumptions, like ideas, then I'll agree with that. Like I'm not just going to be one way or the other way. Full stop. Like this but I don't get it. I don't get it. People do these things, especially in politics. They try. It especially irks me because I've noticed this a lot. Or like I said, with the Progressive Conservative Party of Canada, with what's another one? I think there was someone that called themselves the Unity Liberals of America or something like that. I don't know. Just I've seen it quite a bit. And it just feels like a thinly veiled way to try and get people on one side of the political spectrum or more towards it to go more towards your views just based on the title alone. And it's just stupid to me. Okay. Yeah, that's all I had for this video. This is the longest video I've made so far on this channel. Holy shit, it's gone on for 20 minutes. My little rant about this. I'm actually, you know what, as while I'm doing this, oh god, it's going dark again. While I have your attention right now, I guess I'll take a quick second to announce something. I guess not really. I don't know why the fucking. I'm gonna try. Like I've been doing skits on this channel to just to try and make people laugh. Obviously, but I'm also gonna start doing some, I guess, political topic videos, socio-political things like that, or just just political videos in general on this channel. And oh boy, a teenager sharing his political views. Oh dear, this is gonna bring on the cringe. Yeah. But I'm just gonna start doing that. I've dabbled with, that's not a fucking word. I've dabbled with the idea for a while, because I've kind of, if people are wondering, and I say people like I have a fucking huge, massive following, which I don't have. As of right now, there are 27 people who follow me, which is fantastic. Thank you for following me. I don't care about how many do or any of that, but I do this for fun. But also because I want to try, one, to make people laugh with these skits I do, and two, with the political videos, if I do start them soon, to just try and share my view on certain things and try and get people engaged in it and have like a little discussion in the comments if they want, or just maybe, I don't know, come out with a few different ideas on some things maybe. I don't know. It's trial and error again. I'll have to see if this even can fucking upload. I think the most that my channel, or not my channel, my camera can record for is, I believe, 33 minutes exactly, and then it stops, and then it, for some reason, it automatically starts recording another video. I don't know why. I don't know. I'm horrible with technology and things like that. If you can't tell already from my skits, I don't know how to edit for shit, and the editing app I have is fucking... It's crap, and I don't know any other good editing tools, and, yeah. So... I guess what I'm trying to say is the goal of what I'm trying to do with this channel is obviously to entertain, but with the political videos to try and share my views on certain things. And be, obviously, okay, I'm human, here's a flaw of mine. I can get very opinionated on some things, especially, as you can tell, this right here. Probably, it's more so just, I'm sorry, I'm tired right now. I'm very tired. I'm grouchy, I'm angry. Ooh. Yeah, and I'm not feeling well, so, well, I've never, past year, haven't been feeling well, but that's another topic. I might as well title this video something, maybe I'll make this the first in the series I want to do. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Have to see how this works. If I do go beyond, I'll try and keep whatever videos I do under 33 minutes long. If it has to go over that, someone mentioned to me who's much better, who probably knows more about technology than me, that I could just stop a video at a certain point, edit it together, and start another one, edit it together, and stuff. But anyway, so I want to entertain, try and make people laugh with the skits, even though I don't think most of them turn out good anyway. And probably people are going to say, well, wait, why do you even upload them then? Well, because I know it's getting a little more personal, but me personally, I'm trying to become one day a video game writer. Not going to go into really more detail than that right now, but I am. Um, and with my writing that I've done so far, um, for certain things, I tend to be a perfectionist on many things. Not just certain things, actually. On many things, I do tend to be a perfectionist. And I'm going. My goal is with this, with both the skits and the political videos, is one, the skits to try and entertain, give people a laugh if they're having a bad day. We try and make their day better, give them a little laugh. With the political videos, to try and share some interesting views and maybe let people take something away from it, judge it critically, like with their own opinions and stuff, and share their thoughts on stuff in the comments, or wherever else. You can go scream about it on Twitter if you really hate them so much. But and also for myself, I wanted to try and prove to myself something, or just as a little goal to myself, to try and not delete any videos that I make, because for majority of them so far, I have not been extremely happy with them. But I upload them because I want to break my perfectionist habits more so, and because fucking if I don't, there's so many things I won't get done, especially making games. One day I won't. My games will never get made if fucking I just obsess over so many certain things. But yeah, I'm trying to, I guess, break that habit with this. Just trying to, for this channel, trying to use this channel as that, and also to do what I said, entertain and provide some interesting thoughts. I know I can get opinionated on things like that, on certain things. Fuck it. I'm sorry, I'm tired if I'm not making much sense with certain things or I'm rambling on stuff. But I know, like, this is the friggin'. I've barely been doing this for a. Oh god, what's the word? I've barely been doing this for for any amount of time yet. But I guess that's just a little bit about me, why I'm doing this. Wow, I did not think this video was going to turn out that long. I just started talking and I yeah, I went on a tangent, I guess, about both liberal conservatism, the term, and I guess a bit of the ideology, and just a bit about myself, I guess, and this channel. I don't know what I'm going to title this video. I'll figure it out. I don't know. And I'm most likely not going to do any other editing for this. And for the political videos that I do, I'm also most likely not going to do much editing for that either. Like, I'm going to try and keep it as unfiltered as possible. Now, I understand in some instances that could be a bad thing. Like if I, obviously if I do something really bad, like really, really, something that is really not great, obviously, I would take a video down, and try and make up for it and show that I won't do it again, obviously. Whatever that may be, if I said some wrong word or something that extremely, like, monumentously, if I did something that was just a douchebag thing to do, then obviously I'd take it down. But anyway, I don't know where this was going, this last bit. Yeah. Ranted about liberal conservatism, that was the goal of this video, and it turned into something else. So, yeah. So that was just a bit of an announcement. Obviously, I'm more chill than I have been in the skits. Obviously, I'm not the greatest at acting, as you can tell with certain things. I try my hardest, and all you can do is try for things like this. So, yeah, if you're willing to come along for the ride of this channel, thanks. And thanks for watching 29 minutes of the shit. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I don't want to find out, like, how much more time I have left to record this. And for the political videos or whatever long ass videos I do, I'm gonna try and keep them under 33 minutes. So I've been working on another skit this week. It's gonna be just as shit as all the other ones. But oh god. Here. That should be up. I don't know when. Fucking sometime soon. I don't know. Just fucking leave me alone. I want to go to bed.